First is the Django web framework. It is a high-level Python web framework. It encourages rapid application development. It is free and open source. It uses the Python language to build applications, and it was built on 2003. The features are it's very fast. The developers, from the concept to the completions, the developers can complete the application quickly as possible. It is very secure and scalable. It is fully loaded with different features which are used to handle common web development tasks. Django also takes care of user authentication, content administration, and other features. So these are the benefits and features of using Django. It is easy to use and time tested. It is used for application development, and it is operation system dependent. It is scalable and reliable and has excellent documentation features. It uses a very simple syntax, and it has its own web server. It has a core architecture and added HTTP libraries. The testing is Python unit test framework. These are top Django based apps. The very famous Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Dropbox. These are some of the apps which are very famous and we use in our day-to-day lives. These are built based upon Django. Next is the Spring Web Framework. It is one of the most popular application development frameworks. It is an open source Java platform. It was written in 2003. It is lightweight when it comes to size and transparency. By using the core features of Spring Framework, we can develop any Java application. So the benefits of Spring Web Framework are it enables the developers to develop enterprise class applications. It is organized in a modular fashion, and even though if the number of packages and classes are very high, we can only use what we need and ignore the rest. The testing of any application which was written on Spring Framework is very simple because of the environment dependent code. It is also well designed based on the MVC framework. It provides a convenient API to translate technology specific exceptions. The lightweight IOC containers are beneficial for developing and also deploying applications on computers with very limited memory. The Spring provides a very consistent transaction management, starting from even a local transaction using a single database to many databases to global transaction using example of JTA. The key features are dependency injection, also known as inversion of control, aspect-oriented programming, runtime injection based, and also the portable service abstractions. Some of the advantages of Spring Framework are its open source, lightweight and fast, modular structure, low coupling, reusable software, AOP support, stable and lot of resource, and also the project that makes our life easier in Spring is actually security. This picture depicts the Spring Framework runtime. Finally, it's Ruby on Rails framework. So the Rails framework was written using Ruby programming language. It utilizes MVC design for application and its design pattern. It was created in 2003 and was released in 2004. It was first developed to create Basecamp project management web application, and it is also used for database backed web applications. The benefits of using Ruby programming language in Rails framework are Ruby can incorporate many beneficial features of other programming languages into its own. So it can the features are flexible programming and built-in regex from Perl, no semicolon and error and exception handling from Python, and also embedded doc tools from Java. So these are some of the features which Ruby can incorporate from other programming languages. These are the benefits of using Ruby on Rails. It saves money and time, and it's very perfect for web technologies. It has an active and helpful community, which means we can not only use the Rails framework, we can also contribute to the codes of it. We can build our own apps. So this is a basic architecture of Ruby on Rails web application. Starting from the browser or the client, it goes to the web server and then the dispatcher, controller, and finally to the database. These are some of the processes and tasks that take place in between the whole programming process. Finally, as we already discussed, the MVC framework is nothing but it's just a model view controller principle which divides the application's whole works into separate cooperative subsystems. First is model or active record. The model part is nothing but it maintains a relationship between objects and the database, and it handles different tasks such as validation, association, and transactions. Next is view. View is nothing but if the user wants to view a particular data in a particular format, this action view helps in it. It is a presentation of data in a particular format triggered by a controller's decision to present the data. Finally, it is nothing but the controller or action controller. It has different tasks and it can simultaneously take care of them. So on the one hand, it directs traffic by querying the models for specific data, and on the other hand, it organizes the same data, searching, sorting, messaging. This is the basic architecture, simplified architecture of Rails.